Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode Kuntala really screwed us over. Now, I do think that we can still make this work, but we're going to have to pivot here. We've already raised up our levies and they're on their way up. We're going to have a manpower shortage. I don't think there's much we can do about that at this moment. I would like to hire in some mercs. So we're going to hire these guys, which are going to cost a lot. And we're also going to hire in these guys, which are going to cost a lot as well. So overall, they're going to cost us most of our income. They're going to need to make their way northward, and we're going to need them to eventually regenerate their morale. That'll take some time, and it'll take them some time to head northward as well. So for the moment, that's reasonably fine. We're going to be regenerating here. These guys have given up on their siege? For real? Okay, I didn't expect that. This is really good for us. We don't want them to actually siege here. Cool. I'm very pleased about that. Startled, to be sure, but pleased. It looks like they were thinking about sieging up over here. They're now heading southward. Okay, that buys us a good amount of time. I want to move these guys into here. I want to move these mercs into here. And we're just kind of trickling in forces at this point, right? So manpower is going to be a problem for us, hence why we hired mercs. But if they're not going to siege here, that actually opens up a lot of avenues for us. Now, we would love for them to take back Kuntala. Do we think that that's going to happen? Well, that's quite a question. The answer to that is hopefully. But it looks like we can sneak our way up over here and take this back for now. They're heading down into Kuntala over here. Okay, some questionable moves on the part of the Magadan Empire here. But overall, I'm okay with it. We're going to head up over here. Okay, they are sieging this back. We do not stop them. We absolutely allow this to happen. Beautiful. These guys are now going to move up to here, and these mercs are going to position, like, up in Mosali. With these guys positioning here. Okay. They actually won that back very quickly. And this is taken back as well. Hang on a moment. We need to head up over this direction. This is really good for us. I'm actually shocked by this. Is the war with Kuntala over? Oh, it is. That's also shocking. So, I guess Kuntala decided that they've got other problems? I don't know. That's strange. I would not have white-pieced that war. Why would they have? They didn't take any territory. Bizarre. That is baffling, but honestly, good for us. Like, really good for us. We're going to await reinforcements here for the moment, and we're going to head up over here and begin a siege. That's extremely unexpected. So, what did I expect to have to do here? I expected that we'd have to siege this back because I didn't think we'd get reinforcements up here in time. So that's lucky thing number one. Lucky thing number two. I expected that Kuntala would still be in the war. Yes, this would probably get sieged back. They were working on that. But they would get that back and we'd be able to take over these provinces here. That was what I expected. And then we'd have to give this to Kuntala, which was not a major concession and one that I was willing to make. But this is so much better. I want these 28k to head up over this direction. Actually, I want to make sure that the mercs are the ones that are going to be fighting, right? So I want the mercs to head up this direction. I want the levy to head in here. I want these guys to not actually attack yet. With the Magadan Empire white piece here? Low war enthusiasm. Hang on a moment. Oh my. Things just went from really awkward to incredibly good in, like, 5 minutes. And this wasn't anything I could set up. I mean, to a certain degree, they're going to be a lot more scared of us because of the mercs, right? So, the mercs were in some ways a waste of money, given everything else that happened, but I still stand by hiring them because we had no way to predict that this was going to turn out like this. Insane. So the Magadan Empire just leaves. And it's just over. There's nothing that they can do. To be honest, we shouldn't fight with our Legion here. We should send our Legion home right now. Our Legion just heads back home, and we're going to fight this with almost exclusively mercs at this point. Realistically, our levies probably should head home too. This is almost unbelievably good. Like, this is insane. Okay. So, sure. I guess we can get good luck. That's nice. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it is definitely a little bit wild. I think that we should grab this national tax modifier, considering we're negative in our cash right now. That's due to the mercs. And to be honest, I wonder how much of this is because we hired the mercs, where the AI is now re-evaluating us and being like, yeah, we probably don't want to do that anymore. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. We do need a new governor down over here, and there's no Scorned families, so we'll put this guy in. But yeah, that went from incredibly awkward to fine over the course of hiring 2 mercenaries. Okay, we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. So how much territory are we going to get out of this? Are we going to look to full annex them? Honestly, we might. We're starting to get up towards some of these big boys up here. So that's going to be a concern going forward. Pirates plundered one of our territories. Hello. Oh, this guy's disloyal. He's heading up over here, which I guess is okay. I'm going to send this merc force over to deal with this. He's not going to get there in time, but we'll send him on over and get that grabbed. Cool. And this guy's disloyal, sure, but this is actually completely fine. We actually have another invention that we can put in here. I think limited governorship is the way to go. There we go. And I think we'll wait to spend any money until after the war's over. Since we're negative financially, I don't want to go into debt here. These guys haven't even left their initial province yet. Okay. Sure. But we're going to be fighting over here. So if these guys are heading here, then at this point, the war's virtually over, right? There's not really anything else to do. We just win these battles over here. It is unfortunate that this levy guy decided to become disloyal, but whatever. I'm not too concerned about that. In fact, he's doing exactly what I'd like him to do, so there's no risk of civil war. I think we're completely fine here. Okay, we're going to eliminate this force. It's not unclear which side is going to win. We're going to win, easily. Incredibly easily. So we take this over, and this guy's going to wander about, but we'll just get this last location here. We're at 87% war score right now. Cool. So we win this battle, and we are, of course, going to take over this last location. Okay. And that's 100% war score. So what are we going to take? We could take all the things. Done. It's going to need some work, and this will increase us up to a major power. Excellent. So we're going to drop some aggressive expansion here. We definitely picked some up. And we need to get rid of our mercs immediately. And our other mercs. They're locked in movement right now. Awkward. So we'll have to wait here until we get to our destination, which is there. We'll go ahead and disband those. Excellent. And we should also put down our levies. We'll disband all levies. Fantastic. So these guys are chilling back over here, right? And we need to work quite a lot on our manpower. I think that we should probably cut our army maintenance right now. This region lacks a governor, and we'll put in this guy. He is on cultural or rather religious conversion, which is kind of ideal. We'll move this over to religious conversion as well, and this is already on religious conversion. Religious conversion looks good. Excellent. So we're going to need to work on assimilating all of this and building roadage up this way. However, we have a manpower problem, and that manpower problem is going to continue for a while. For quite a while, in fact. So I would like to start working on building some forums down over this way to get some freemen building up. We can only afford the 2 right now, but that's okay. Cool. So next up, we're going to need to create a new unit here, and we're going to move out our units of engineers, and I'd like to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And these guys are, of course, going to head up over this direction. Do they need to be reinforced to build the road? I don't think so. So we're going to send them up to build roads over here. Actually, we'll start them up the coast. So they're on their way. And we're going to slowly regenerate manpower. Out of curiosity, our legion could be expanded a little bit. Obviously, we need manpower for that. So we're not going to do that right now. A bountiful harvest. We'll take the gold, because the gold can be immediately invested into some forums in some of these cities down over this way. A court of law gives citizen desired ratio. Right. For the moment, I'm going to build a forum here. And we can't build a forum here due to needing 3 more gold. Okay, sure. That's fine. Cool. So we're making a good amount of cash right now. We are going to need some small amount of roads over here. For the moment, I think the way that we're going to queue this up... yeah, roads aren't going to be that complicated out over this way. So for now, we're going to build roads up like so. We're going to then bring this around all through the coast. And then we're going to bring it around over this direction, looping it around like so, making sure that there are connections here. And then we loop it around like so. We may ultimately want some connections over this way. We can evaluate that later. For right now, all we're going to do is build in something along the lines of that. I say as I then want to come up over this direction and get at least something cutting in over this direction. So something like that, and as long as this is here, this should cut in here like so. And that's probably good enough. Probably. But I want a connection that cuts down like that, and if we have that, then we should have one here. So something like that would be what our roadage would look like. And we may ultimately want to toss one in over here. Just like that. Sure. So we'll let those guys go for a while. It's going to take them quite a long time to get that built. This levy is not disbanded. Presumably because this guy's disloyal. I'm going to bribe him, and now he's loyal. And we cannot disband that levy that way, but we can do this. There we go. Okay, so his levy is now disbanded. Fantastic. So we're going to need additional forums down here, right? We want to ultimately get up to 3 forums here. I want to check in. How are we doing? 118. Okay. So we've got like this city down over here. I wouldn't mind building an academy there. Low food supply out over here. We should definitely think about importing food here. And be on religious conversion, please. That was cultural assimilation. Religious conversion. Thank you. What do we got over here? Religious conversion. Yes, that all looks good. Over here, we're at 86%. And we may as well switch this to religious conversion as well. Get everything on religious conversion. Cool. We need to do assimilation. So that'll be fine. Excellent. So these forums are finishing up, and we can see they're having instant effects on our manpower. I would like to come up over this direction. I feel like our manpower is good enough for now. We'll work on that for sure a little bit later on. But I do want to continue to build an academy out over here and get more nobles going on over this direction. So that'll be the plan. We'll get 3 academies and 3 libraries built here to assist with our research efficiency, which can go up to 150%. And I definitely want to get that there. And then we're going to work on our manpower. That said, we could probably build more mines, farming settlements, and slave estates. And it's probably not a terrible idea to do so. These guys appear to be getting virtually all of the army reinforcement, which I guess is fine. Not necessarily ideal. Okay, 13.7k. 3.4k. Hang on. Hang on a moment. What's going on here? 3.4, 13.7. 3.4, 13.7. So they got no reinforcement there. No, 13.6. Okay, so that's the 200. Gotcha. But I feel like this went up by more than 200 last month. I'm not sure. It's interesting. We have available decisions that we can enact. We have a lack of commander over here, and we need to go into our Legion view here and add a commander here. So this guy's the most qualified. There we go. Fantastic. So losing 44 gold is not ideal. Slave happiness is also not ideal. We'll just investigate this guy. Cool. Okay, so we're making our way around here, building our roads, and it's going to take a little while to get all of these roads built for sure. But that's fine. We'll just have to see what happens. Cool. So I want to check in on mines. Oh, yeah. Definitely there's good mines to build. What about farming settlements? Yup. And there's a good slave estate to build. Okay. So we'll begin building mines in Palaka. There's xenophobia going on here. Now, there is a risk of civil war currently, and that is due almost exclusively to this fine gentleman, who we'll just give free hands to. And there we go. No more risk of civil war. Beautiful. Okay. So we still have a low food supply out over here. We should probably... we're already importing food. Okay. That is all of the food that we can import. Let's see. Spices. Any food-producing provinces over here? Fish. So we could move, like, slaves over here. This is currently a port. Yeah, we have starving pops up over this way. This is unsurprising. So how do we want to handle this? How indeed. There's only the one food-producing... Actually, this is a food-producing province as well. I think that we should get rid of the port here and build a slave estate or a farming settlement. Farming settlement would be better than a slave estate. Do it. So this one here already has a farming settlement, so that will help. Indeed. That will definitely help, but we need additional food down here. So this area is lacking a governor, and we'll put in this guy since there's no scorned families. He is currently encouraging trade, which is probably the right call, considering we're negative on food right now. So we'll let that be for the moment. Eventually, we're going to want to take that back to religious conversion, but for the moment, I think it's okay. Cool. And yep, that's coming up in food. We definitely need another commander over here, apparently. Oh, because this doesn't have one assigned. There we go. Problem solved. We can call down an omen and discipline, commerce income, research points, or religion happiness. We're going to take the commerce income. Thank you very much. And we're going to continue to build our economy up here. We're now a major power, which is a big deal. Comparing that to like the Seleucid Empire up here, who I believe is a great power. Yeah. But these guys are considered a major power, so we're now one of the big boys in India. We already beat the Magadhan Empire. They didn't feel that much more powerful than us. 30,000 pops there. That's a lot of pops. But, I mean, we should work on integrating Chola here. We're going to need additional... we're going to need additional opinion. That recently declared war is going to make things difficult there, isn't it? Let's see. What else can we do? That recently declared war is the problem. That's coming up by 2 annually. So that'll take like 30 years to go away. But how much do we actually need it to go away? A decent amount is the answer. We do need that to drop by a decent amount. So we can't actually annex this yet. We'll get there. Kuntala is probably the next target. But I don't think we want to go to war anytime soon. They actually have a revolt here. Hilarious. I don't think we want to go to war anytime soon due to our manpower crisis. We need to get our manpower under control before we go back to war. So I do want to come out over here and build an academy. And build an academy once we have the gold. That'll take a little bit. But looking at this, yeah, that definitely needs work. Absolutely, that needs work. So I want to build this academy and these libraries, and then we can work on our economy a bit. This province is currently disloyal, but its loyalty is growing, so that seems okay. This guy is on harsh treatment. Can you not? Just go on to religious conversion, thanks. Okay. This down here being on encourage trade is okay for the moment, at least until we finish this farming settlement. We'll see how that ends up going. I'm not sure if that'll be enough food or not. Cool. So we are working on integrating these provinces. We're probably going to have, like, rebellious provinces up over this way. A minor addendum, huh? Gaining 6 stability is actually good here because we're losing stability due to our aggressive expansion. So that will require a little bit of work. I want to come down over here and queue up our 3rd academy now that we've got the cash for it. So that'll be great. And how are we doing here? 118? Progress. Definite progress there. Cool. So eventually we're going to be able to build, like, additional academies down here if we need to. But overall, I think this is going very well. I'm actually shocked by how that war ended up going. Like, it was looking bad, and then suddenly it wasn't anymore. And it's all because, again, Kuntala. That's the whole thing, is Kuntala. They made it bad, and then they made it good again. So, how angry are we at Kuntala right now? Well, they did cost us a lot of manpower. Even though the war played out the same way it would have if they hadn't have screwed us over, they still costed us manpower and put us in a pretty big manpower crisis. We will get out of the manpower crisis eventually, and we'll work on improving our manpower generation. That'll be a little bit yet. I want to get this at least up to like 1,000 per month. But for now, it seems reasonably okay. We definitely need to continue to target our libraries here. We'll get 2 queued up, and then a 3rd one will cost 64. Okay, we'll have enough for that in like 3 months. This guy died. We have a scorned family, the Nanda family. Okay, so we're going to need to put in like this guy. He's not ideal, but he'll do. The farming settlement down over here was just built. So that's good. And I do want to get this library queued up. That will be... Will we have enough next month? No. But perhaps the month after. Okay. Looks good. Yeah, we'll have enough the next month here. That'll be great. We'll get that going. So this city is now maxed out for research. Cool. We're at 119 right now, and that number fluctuates. It goes around. I do think that right to be heard at this point would be good. Do we want import tax? Maybe. Do we want, like, river barges, movement of water? Probably not. At least not at this moment. But I do think that grabbing import tax would probably be good, but rights to be heard would probably be good as well. Losing 2,000 manpower? We actually don't have manpower to lose? So consider it done. Fantastic. We actually lost 200 manpower, not 2,000. So I like that. That's great. And once these libraries get finished up, that will boost up our research efficiency somewhat. And that'll continue to boost over time as pops drift over. So that's looking very, very good. We're going to need to work a bit on our economy and continue to let these roads be built. For now, it's time to put a cut in here, and next episode, we're definitely going to chill for a little bit. We need to chill. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.